meet Twiggy. He's a twig kid made with twigs, and he is the latest and greatest collection here at my studio. You ready to do some painting today? Yes, I am, Sonia. See, what a buddy. Yay! Happy Saturday, everybody. It is Sonia here coming to you from Jug Monkey Studios, and I'm excited because it's kind of Saturday. It's chilly outside. It's in the 20s here in Pennsylvania, and I get to be inside making and creating, which just makes my little heart go pitter-patter. If you saw last night on my YouTube channel, I showed you guys how to reverse stencil and created this really cool set of messy, shabby decor, which could be perfect to give as a Christmas gift. If you missed out on that, there's a whole tutorial over on my Facebook page from last night so that you can check that out. Yes, I went to bed and I actually slept last night, for those of you who wonder. I couldn't help but think in my head, like, ooh, I want to do this effect again tomorrow, but I want to do it in my journal and I want to add some colors. You guys know I love to journal. This is what I call like my, and yes, I did cover, you can find the tutorial as well if you follow me over on my Facebook platform. But I love to like draw on here, paint in here, create in here, put photographs in here, and it's really become like it's my journal, but it's full of art. I write things in here, I post pictures in here, and it's really like a junk journal or a smash book, whatever you want to call it. So today we're going to use this technique that I just shared with you, and we're going to do it in here, but we're going to create a really cool background that will lay beneath some photos that I'll be putting into this beautiful beast. This is an example of how I love to do backgrounds. So for me, working in my journal, I want to make sure my pages dry before I actually start to really embellish them with photos, with washi tape, with paint, whatever I want to put on them. So I do a background first. So this is one that I did. I like to do a few sets of pages with a background, then I let it dry, and then I'll come in and continue to work on them. So one of the tricks I always do when I'm working in my journal is I went out to the kitchen and I grabbed a little bit of parchment paper because it's a nice resist for anything that wants to go and absorb into the rest of my book. So I create a nice little barrier with that, and that gives me a nice little surface to be able to create on. For today, I'm just gonna look for a nice, like maybe like an inch or somewhere around there, like a nice flat brush that I can use. And I am going to, even though we use black velvet and Bahama Jade on here, I'm gonna do these pages a little bit lighter. At the end of the day, I don't want them to have to fight against all the black that will be in the background. So I'm gonna lighten up this pattern and try something different with it. I use the colors of Mocha Madness, which is a beautiful beigey, creamy color I love. It's a warm color, and of course, black velvet. The other thing I have is just a cup of paint water. Make sure you don't mix this up with your coffee, right? Oh man, I hate it. And yes, I have done it where I put my paintbrush into my cup of coffee if I have that near me at the time. So I've since learned to make sure you put it far away. I'm gonna do this messy shabby because I'm not trying to create this perfect striped background. I'm gonna wing it. At the end of the day, I want messy shabby, right? So let's go ahead and get our paintbrush a little bit wet, and then we're gonna go ahead and dip it into the black. And here's where we have some fun. So I'm just gonna do this whimsical. I always say that stripes make me feel whimsical. Let's just go ahead and put a little bit of black right there. I love it. So because that black is not dried, or the mocha, when you butt them up side by side, you get this really cool effect. They blend together and you get this antique effect. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? This is why I love doing journal backgrounds. It's because it, they can be whatever because they're the backdrop, right? But just making them texturized and interesting is what makes me happy, and just makes my book feel interesting. And just being able to sit here like on a day like today and paint and make things beautiful. Let's just fill out the rest of that book right there. And just, put some color on these plain pages. Oh, I love how that's looking. I'll give you guys a close-up in just a second. All right, so these shabby whimsical stripes are done. Mocha and black, just side by side. They're already starting to dry in, which is awesome. Mr. No Drama Llama says hello to you. Right there. He graces one of the very first pages of my art journal. Okay, so this is completely dry now. It's awesome. Awesome possum. Okay, I'm gonna bring in some of my vintage white. I'm just stirring it up. Remember, if you ever want to help get your paint moving, just do a few spritzes of water into it, and it will help make it more fluid, especially if you're like me and some air can get in through the sides of your paint, because your top doesn't go on really well because you're a messy painter. Okay, I laid down some newspaper, and now I'm gonna grab a shabby chip brush and go right into my vintage white paint. The idea of a reverse stencil is not to actually, typically you would use this and paint into the open spots. On a reverse stencil that I love to play with, I like to put basically the color all around the focus of the stencil. And then we're gonna make that be the design. And you can like bring this color out as far as you want. So, if I want the white to be like all over my page, I can make sure that I have some white out here. Pull our book back. And let's go ahead and put it here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my brayer. My brayer is linked if you go to junkmonkeypaint.com. I have a section called Sonia's Favorite Things, and I keep linking the things that I get questions about, and a brayer is so fun to create backgrounds with. In this case, I'm gonna use it like a big pavement roller, and I put the paint side down, and now I'm just looking for texture and little bits to fall off from the paint that I put on the underside of this, and to grab on to my book. Ooh, I love that. So, let's go for it a second time. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and pull that sucker off. Oh my gosh, look guys, I went a little more heavier, and you can really see. You can really see how awesome that is. If you ever do this and you're like, oh, I want it more in that area, just go back at it. Remember, this is a shabby style, so nobody's gonna really know if you just went ahead and drop that in there like that. Oh yeah. Something like this is so pretty to work with versus something like that. Well, that was fun. Let's head to the kitchen. I've got to wash my brushes, and I'm feeling kind of hungry. So why don't we go ahead and make some lunch for us today. And I think today I'm really in the mood for like grilled cheese. I'm just thinking how cold it is outside. Anybody else love grilled cheese? So I'll show you how I do, like I basically satisfy my tooth for some grilled cheese without the bread and all that stuff, and what I do to make it a meal. But look how cool that is. Can't wait to see what you guys experiment with. Make sure you post them over at on Facebook at Junk Monkey Paint Project so I can check out what you guys are doing. Okay, first up I'm gonna grab myself a cookie sheet. I'm gonna grab myself some parchment paper, and I'm going to set my oven to like around 350, 400, somewhere in that general vicinity. Next up, I've grabbed myself some smoked ham. You can do whatever kind of ham that you want. You don't have to do smoked, but I am just somebody who loves things that have that smoke into them. The other thing is cheese. So today I've got myself some Colby Jack cheese. Love Colby Jack cheese. Oh my gosh. By the way, for the carb count on the ham, it's 1 carb for 4.5 slices. And on the cheese, of course, it's 0 carbs, 0 sugars. I just open them up. Okay, ham is out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rip into my cheese. And I'm also going to put a slice of cheese on each one of these. All right, next up, we do the roll. You take your cheese slice, your cheese, and you do the roll, just like that. I kind of like to leave the part where your ham connects on the other underside, because that way it will help your ham slice stay together. Oh yeah. And when you press it, it kind of like the cheese just gives way and like lays where you want it to lay. All right, these go into the oven for probably I let them go for maybe I don't know, maybe 6 minutes or so. So sometimes I really leave them in there and the cheese starts to pour out and really stick around. and then I get like a crispy edge. Other times I'm like impatient and I grab them out before that happens and I just have ooey gooey cheese and warm ham. Oh, so good. But anyway, about 5-6 minutes is probably what you would need, because remember, everything is cooked on here, right? So all you're doing is warming it up to your preference. And there we go. It truly smells just like if I made grilled cheese in here. I love it, that warm baked ham and the oozing cheese. So again, you can keep them in as long as you want. Your cheese can get really super crispy, or maybe you just like it kind of like really melty and just, you know, drippy, whatever you want. But I am positively in love with these. So now all I have to do is just let them cool down and put them on my plate and grab my sides. Total side note conversation here as my grilled cheese is cooling down. I think I told a lie. I mean, seriously, I told you guys that I couldn't grow anything. And I'm looking back here and I don't know if anybody's been noticing in the vlogs that I've been doing right here for the last like 7 days or so, that I'm actually growing like I can grow onion shoots. Like, look at that. There is really hope for me. So anybody else out there decide that, okay, I have an excess of onions, so now it's time to come up with some onion recipes so I can make use of these. So stay tuned. There's probably going to be some onion recipes in your very near future right here on this channel. Yummy grilled cheese is on the plate. Let's go ahead and grab some sides. So I don't know about you, but I do love having grilled cheese and tomato soup, but I ain't got time to make that today. Maybe here on our channel we'll go ahead and do a keto form of tomato soup. It's so easy. In the meantime, I am grabbing, remember yesterday on the vlog I told you that I was out of tomatoes, so I did get a chance to stop today and get some on my way into work. So I'm gonna grab a few of these. So in place of my tomato soup today, I'm gonna grab a handful of these little tomatoes to put on my plate. Let me wash them real quick. Who else loves grilled cheese and tomato soup? These are gonna be awesome. One thing that as I go on and do keto is that I find that like I just really pick up on the natural sugars that are in a lot of foods without having the added sugar. And so I'm gonna appreciate these today. And there's one more thing I'm gonna put on this plate, because when I do remember being out for like a grilled cheese sandwich that has the bread or whatever, and you buy it in a basket, they always give you a pickle. Lawson pickles, Matt got me addicted to these. They're dill style, and I love the spears. All right, there we go. Ooh, yeah. And you cannot tell me that that is not the makings of the most delectable lunch. Very, very easy and quick. You can pick the cheese style, your ham style, and then tomatoes and pickles. Hello, 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 hello. You may opt to use a fork or not. So on the heels of your ham and cheese, oh my gosh, those tomatoes are so sweet. Let's try a bite of pickle. Oh yeah. Well, that was delicious, absolutely delicious. I feel empowered to keep on making and creating. So now is the time of the video that I love to go ahead and tell you guys about a giveaway that we have coming up, because hello, it's Vlogmas, it's the month of sharing, and I'm sharing things with you guys all the days up until Christmas. And so I have a giveaway today, but let's announce our winner from yesterday. I put up for grabs one of the shabby head wraps that I love to wear. And we do have a winner for that. All right, are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. The winner is Stacy Reitman. 8 hours ago, she posted on my YouTube channel, love the headband tutorial. All right, girl. Now you get to have your very own headband and head wrap, and you can go ahead and style it any way, those 4 awesome ways, the top ways, my favorite ways, to be able to put them on your head. She says, you are a kick to watch, with a smiley face, and thank you for all you do. So here's the truth, Stacy. I am a hot mess. You are a hot mess, meaning we are all hot messes. And I think that the more that we put that out there and be genuine and be transparent, the more that we will be connected. So here's to not knowing what day of the week it is. And here's to reality. So Stacy girl, you have 24 hours as of the time date of this video when it's posted here on my YouTube channel to respond to this vlog, and email me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. Put winner winner in the subject line, of course your address as well, so I can mail you out that really gorgeous head wrap so you can have one for yourself. You want to take part in the giveaways that you make sure you check back every single day, because the offer stands for 24 hours if your name is picked and announced, and otherwise that offer turns into a pumpkin. So today's giveaway, I thought it would be fun to share with you one of my brush cleaners. I get a lot of questions about how I clean my brush. In fact, that would make a great vlog. I love to use my big fat lie. You'll actually find these on our website. They last a very long time, but it's a nice investment to be able to keep your brushes well conditioned and happy and clean. So for one of you guys out there today, this is up for grabs. It's a full size, and I will send one of you guys a bar of this soap for your paint stash. You guys know what you have to do. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then leave me a comment below. Leave me a comment about this vlog, something you learned today, something you liked today, just some happy thoughts, and let me know that you're there. I love it when you do. All right, are you ready to go back and make something beautiful? Is that a yes? Is that a yes? You're waving? Like you really want me to know that you want to go back into the studio? Okay, Twiggy says it's time to go back to get to work. Lunch was amazing. I'm gonna head back into my studio. I think Twiggy's gonna go live with me today because I've got to do a Facebook Live video on my page. I've got so much happy mail to open, and just lots of things to get out of this brain and like put it on paper or wood or something and make and create. Twiggy, say bye to everybody. Bye! Hot mess, told ya.